Hi, welcome to the International Financial Management class for 5th semester, Bangalore North University. It is 17th session. In this session, I am going to explain Introduction to Investment Appraisal. Learning objectives of the chapter to understand the scope and concept of capital budgeting and factors to be considered for capital investment decisions. Next session outcomes. Students will able to understand the scope and concept of capital budgeting and factors to be considered for capital investment decisions. Concept of capital budgeting or introduction to investment appraisal. A firm incurs two types of expenses, that is first one revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. So here revenue expenditure, it is an expense relating to 1 year for that planning is made, or in other words, from this expense we are going to have benefit for a period of 1 year. Capital expenditure, it is an expenditure relating to more than 1 year period. For that we made planning, or in other words, the expense from which we are going to have benefit for more than 5 years. Next, research and development of the examples of capital expenditure. So here, research and development of a product, diversification into a new product line, replacement of a machine, expansion in production capacity, promotional campaign. Here, capital budgeting is also known as investment decision making or capital expenditure decisions or planning capital expenditure. Scope of capital budgeting. Use of machinery. Due to advancement in technology, women are replaced by the machinery in production. So these types of machinery can produce products at a cheaper rate. It helps in finding out the cost to acquire the machinery. Decision making. Decision making helps in deciding whether to buy or lease a machinery for production and decision to replace old machinery with new one. Increase profits. Capital budgeting directly influences the profitability of the business. It helps in reducing the cost of operations to business by taking decision for long-term capital. It helps to provide proper information about current expenditure and future benefit that saves the unnecessary expenses. Improves performance. Capital budgeting has an effective role in accelerating the overall performance of business organization by providing the long-term asset by acquiring plant and machinery that improves the performance of the production department. Selection of machinery. Various types of machines are available in the market for production. The cost of machine is different based on their capacity. Capital budgeting helps in deciding which one to buy for our organization. Let us coming to the factors considered while making capital investment decisions, or what are the factors we must consider while making investment decision. So first one is large investments. So here capital to make capital budgeting decision or capital investment decision, we require those decisions are relating to large amount large amount, or these decisions are taken for large amount. So here large amount which we will be going to invest. So here another factor is long-term commitment of funds. Here capital investment decision involves not only the large amount of funds but also funds for long term. So here the decision is taken for investment for long term. Reversible nature. Like once you made an investment in capital budgeting decision. By taking capital budgeting decision, if you made investment, that investment can be uh, changeable according to the, if the market demands, we can, if market demands the change, so then we're going to change capital investment decision easily without any heavy loss. Long term effect on profitability. Capital investment decisions have a long-term and significant effect on the profitability of a concern. Not only the present earnings of the firm are affected by the investment in capital assets, but also the future growth and profitability of the firm depends upon the investment decision taken today. Multiple choice questions. First one, capital budgeting means planning for capital assets, planning for sales, planning for cash, planning for profit. Here four alternative answers are given. You have to choose the right answer. What is capital budgeting means? First one, planning for capital asset. So this is the right answer. Capital budgeting means planning for capital asset. Next one, capital budgeting is the process of making investment decision in the dash. Sales, sales planning, cash, capital expenditure. The correct answer is capital expenditure. So capital budgeting is the process of making investment decision in the capital expenditure. Next, third question, capital budgeting is option 1 related to long term, option 2 related to short term, C a profit, D a sales. Correct answer is related to long time. Capital budgeting actually the process of making investment decisions in options are given. A. Production process and style. B. Sales planning. C. Fixed assets. D. Current assets. The right answer is fixed assets. Fifth question. Capital budgeting is also known as options A. Investment decision making. B. Capital expenditure decisions. C. Planning capital expenditure. D. All of this. The correct answer is all of these. Capital budgeting is also known as investment decision making, capital expenditure decisions, planning capital expenditure also. Reference. So for the concept, the content of this PPT is from is taken from International Financial Management, New Delhi, Himalaya Publishing House. The author is Dr. Gosya Khatun. So and then I was referring management, Uppkar Prakashan Agro, and then I was also uh, getting information from Google also. Thank you.